At some point, the question stops being, what do I want to achieve? And it becomes, what do I actually want to build my life around? And that shift changes everything. I'm Summer Mulder. I've built multiple seven-figure companies, and this is why I stopped trying to be successful. For years, I chased what success was supposed to look like: growth, revenue, momentum, influence, all the things that said, ooh, look at her, she's successful. I kept thinking that if I just hit the next goal, something inside of me would settle. But here's what I wasn't prepared for. You can hit that next goal and feel totally disconnected and like something is completely off. That's when the question starts to shift. It's no longer a checklist of what do I want? It's more about what actually matters. When I look back at the seasons where I felt most out of alignment, it was those times when I was chasing a goal that someone else said was right or that looked good on paper. But the thing is that it never deep down felt like it was in alignment with what mattered to me. I was trying to hold it all together for everyone else's opinions. Meanwhile, inside, I was quietly falling apart. The second I stopped chasing what everybody else deemed as success, that was when I started to feel a sense of peace, almost like a sense of freedom. My decisions got cleaner. I knew what I wanted to do because it actually mattered to me. My relationships got deeper, and I just felt like I was on the path to doing what I was supposed to be doing versus what other people thought I should be doing. Here's the paradox that a lot of people don't talk about. When you stop chasing success, you actually start to come more in alignment with what your purpose is, what you're meant to do. When you stop trying to earn your clarity, you actually start to build from it. When you stop trying to prove your worth, oh, that's amazing, because that's when you start actually living from it. This is when you start to feel what people will call their flow state. It's like the things that you're doing just start to click. You're no longer building from purpose that feels like pressure. It actually feels like the thing that you're supposed to do. One of the biggest things for me in terms of feeling that pressure with purpose was, oh, this is the thing I'm supposed to be doing because that's what my business partner thinks, that's what my spouse thinks, my parents think. And I realized that I was getting stuck into this spiral of doing things for the approval of other people. And it wasn't their fault. That's totally on me, trying to seek their approval. For what reason? I don't know. Did it actually make me feel better? I don't think so. But it reminded me of how many things that we do in our life that actually isn't related to that inner feeling of purpose that we have, because we're worried about what other people will think. I recently sat down with another founder, and she has a business, but she's ready to take it to the next level. Her parents are ready to get out of this business, but they want it done on their terms. And we were talking about all the things that she wanted to do, and she was so excited. I mean, she was lit up, and I could just feel that this was what she was meant to do, and she was doing something that nobody else was doing. But then came that moment, like, what's the thing that's holding you back? And she started talking about how she had the conversation with her parents. They haven't really done anything remotely close to what she's trying to do. In fact, even in the way that she's running the business currently is all her. And it's so interesting how often we will take the opinions of other people who have never even tried to do the thing that you're doing, and we put so much importance on it. And that just wrecks your momentum. I recognized this immediately when she said this, and it's not a strategy problem, because so many times people think, oh, I just need the right strategy. And it's not. It's an identity problem, because you're living in this identity of an old version of yourself that they want you to stay at because it's comfortable for them if you can remain in that old version of yourself. It's very uncomfortable for them for you to be this future version of you, this person that's growing and becoming someone who's awesome and someone that you feel is inside and emerging. And I know this so well because I've done this a majority of my life. I'm in my 40s and I've been an entrepreneur since probably right out of college, since I was 18, 19 years old. And I've done that. There were so many things that I love that I did because there was so many lessons learned. And then there's so many things that I just know I did for the approval of someone else. When you're building your life around approval and what other people think, you're not building a dream. You're just building a performance. Here's the practice that changed everything for me. Before I make a decision, I ask myself 2 questions. Does this move me closer to what actually matters? Or does this prove something that I don't need to prove anymore? If it's the first, we're good. That's alignment. If it's the second, that's just motion that's taking me away from the bigger dream. This one filter has saved me years of wasted energy. For sure, starting in your 40s feels different. At 25, it feels bold. At 35, it feels exciting. And in your 40s, it feels like failure. You think you should have had it figured out by now. But here's the thing that I've learned. Starting over isn't failure. It's actually you refusing to settle. When I hit the wall with my previous business, it wasn't because the business was bad or the people were bad. It was really just because I had hit this wall or this plateau. I kept hitting constraints, and all of those things were a result of me trying to turn that business into something it wasn't. Again, I was trying to get the approval of other people and what they thought it should be. I was trying to turn it into the purpose that I felt I had inside, but it was something that was totally different. And so that wasn't failure, it was data. It was incredible data. It was data that I now use to build the companies I have now. Here's the quiet truth. You don't have to chase your way into the life that you want. You don't have to prove your worth by productivity. You don't have to keep forcing something just because you invested so many years into it. The real leverage isn't doing more. It's about doing what matters most. If you're in a season of questioning what actually matters, I'm documenting all of my failures, the lessons learned, and how I'm using it to build the companies that I have right now. And I talk about it a lot in my Substack. It's in the link in the description. And if this conversation matters to you, subscribe here.